Say hi! Hello everybody, my name is Katie and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be something that is basically a vlog, but it is a little different. It is a reading vlog and it is a themed reading vlog. Today's video is going to be a themed reading vlog, and the theme for this week is going to be children's classic literature. So every day or every evening I have to read a little bit of one classic kids book. This idea came to me because I read a version of The Wind in the Willows. It wasn't the full, it was the abridged, like, kids' first book type of thing, but it was very, very cute, and it made me really want to read the full book, though I didn't know that it wasn't the full book at the time. But it made me want to read the full book as well as read a bunch of other ones that I've read before and ones that I'd never read before. So I will show you my little TBR for this week. So these are in no particular order, this is just how I stacked them, but The Land of Oz, The Further Adventures of the Scarecrow and the Tin Man. This is the second book in the Wizard of Oz series. These are really, really, really old editions that I think were my dad's mom's, from like the 40s or something, maybe the 50s. They don't have a date on them anywhere, but these are the editions that we have. So I'm going to be reading this one, probably. Winnie the Pooh. I've never read Winnie the Pooh. I love the cartoon. I know that they are completely different, but still, I love the cartoon, so I figured I would try the little story. This is not a kid's classic. However, I found it in my mom's kids' books, and it looked adorable, so I'm going to read. And then, of course, we've got the Peter Rabbit, Bellatrix Potter books that are just super, super cute. I love the illustrations, and I can't not read these. So I'm going to be reading these as well. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then The Wind in the Willows makes 7. I'm not going to force myself to read all of them necessarily. However, I do have 7 for 7 days. I will be starting these tomorrow. I think I'm going to be starting with Winnie the Pooh, because this just seems like a good way to start. Either this or The Wind in the Willows, one of the two. I hope you enjoy this little adventure, and I hope you enjoy these books, honestly. Okay, say goodnight, kitty. She is not interested. Hello, so we've got book 1, Winnie the Pooh, of night 1 of this challenge, I guess. My self-imposed bedtime is midnight and it is 10:35, so I'm going to try, and I'm just going to read until I don't feel like reading anymore, and I will update on how it's going. But yeah, I'm hoping I really like this. I know it's nothing like the cartoon, but I adore the cartoon, so I'm hoping that I also adore this. But we'll see. I will update when I get to a stopping point. Okay, so 1 chapter down. So this is very similar to the 1970s cartoon that I'm sure a lot of people grew up with. Unlike Mary Poppins, the way that they made the story is very, very similar. They have almost the exact same vibe and energy, so far anyway. And I used Mary Poppins as a example because Mary Poppins was a very beloved children's book before it became a Disney film, and the Disney film and the book are completely different. However, this one is almost exactly the same so far. The first chapter is the story of Pooh trying to get the honey from the bees and getting, being a little black rain cloud with his balloon. The way that it's told is slightly different. There's slight differences in the little adventure. with like dialogue and the songs, and the way that it's told is more directly to Christopher Robin. Actually, it is directly to Christopher Robin, whereas in the movie it's kind of indirectly to the reader, or I mean the viewer. And I assume then probably the rest of it will be very similar in that sense. I think that they follow the same, it follows the same stories as that movie did, or does. And I'm quite excited about it. Winnie the Pooh is one of my favorite worlds. Not in the sense that it's my favorite story or anything, it's not even one of my favorite stories, but very similarly to Alice in Wonderland, where I love the energy of the story and the atmosphere of the story, and I love the world, but the story itself I'm not the biggest fan of, if that makes sense. And that's kind of the same with Winnie the Pooh. And I still really love the story, and I do love the story of Winnie the Pooh, but the feeling I get from it is more what I'm looking for, and it's fitting amazingly, and I'm super happy about it. So. Okay, so it is Thursday night. I finished this book yesterday. Winnie the Pooh is a very chill book to go to sleep to. Reading a chapter or 2 or 3 a night is very nice and calming and enjoyable. The atmosphere of the book is very similar to the 1977 movie. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. It has that same feeling, the same very calm, very peaceful, very light feeling to it. The language is surprisingly dense sometimes, but it was written in the like 20s or 30s, I think, so not super surprising there, maybe even earlier. Still extremely enjoyable and easy and fun, though. I would highly recommend it. It would make a really good bedtime story. I read it partially to my cat, partially to myself out loud, because it just was very pleasant. It's one of those things that's like, it'd be nice to have somebody else reading it to you as you go to sleep. That's all for Pooh and our 100 Acre Wood friends for now. And I'm going to go ahead and grab one of, I'm not even in frame. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my Beatrix Potter books. I have 3 of them. It's Thursday. I have these 3, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I have one more for Sunday. And I don't know if I'm going to read another one on Monday or not, because I know I started this on a Monday, but I don't know if I'm going to read on a Monday or just finish the vlog on a Monday. We'll see. But I'm going to read The Tale of Jemima Puddle Duck. I'm sure these will literally take me like 20 minutes at most to finish, which is good because I have about 20 minutes to read this. But yeah, let's get to reading. These also look super chill, so this will be fun. This will be nice, I think, I hope. This was cute. I think that reading kids' books, specifically these kinds of kids' books at night, is a very good way to go to sleep. And I have some other experiments I'm going to be doing, but I think that's what I'm learning from this, is that like, there is a reason we read these to kids at night. They're very calming and very like, I was already sleepy when I started reading this, but like they're very calming. And they're very easy to go to sleep to. Okay, so last day, last book. Hello everybody, so it's been a couple of days and I figured it would be a good time to end the video because it's been a few days. So first of all, which ones were my favorite? Well, my favorite one was Jemima Puddle Duck. That one was extremely entertaining and very sweet and very cute and very short. My least favorite was Benjamin Bunny, kind of for the same reason that I liked Jemima Puddle Duck. It was cute, but it was too short. It was extremely short. It was a lot shorter than I thought it would be. And I also read it out of order because you're supposed to read Peter Rabbit first and then Benjamin Bunny, but I did not realize that. So, but it was just too short and it felt less characterizing than the other two in the series, if that makes sense. So you don't really know Benjamin very well. He's just kind of a trickster bunny. Right in between the two would probably be Winnie the Pooh, because while I greatly enjoyed Winnie the Pooh, it was a lot more difficult to read than I had anticipated, which I'm assuming it has to do with when it was written. But I had not expected it to take me 3 days to read it. I thought it might take me 2 because it was kind of long. But no, it was actually kind of difficult to read there for a few pages. Like every once in a while, it'd be like, this is not for kids. This is, I don't know what's going on. But it was mostly just the language that was difficult. I'm gonna turn the other way because my eyes are hurting. So there's that, and I would say the one directly behind Jemima Puddle Duck would be the friendship of Millie and Tug, which is about a cat and a mouse, and I read that at work, and it was very cute and short, and I really, really enjoyed that. That one I obviously did not read right before bed, but I still read it on a day that I was supposed to be reading kids' classics. Overall, I'd say it definitely makes sense why you read these to kids before bed. They made me very sleepy. I don't really know what the purpose of this was. It was mostly just because it would be fun to do. So I guess the only lesson is that it makes sense why you read them to kids. This wasn't really an experiment. It wasn't even really a challenge. But I do think I'll be doing these every week now just because I think that they're fun and I like the idea. So, I will see you in my next video, which should be up on Friday, I think. This is supposed to be up on Wednesday. It probably won't be, but the next one will be up on Friday. And I will see you next time. Have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on when you're watching this. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.